Figured if I come up here, I might get a better education.
I used to do D's in school. Now I'm all the way up in A plus.
You had fun while you're here, and you also learn a lot.
The David School is a tuition-free school. We also are a work school, and that's very, very clear. So the opportunity is there for every student to come, regardless of any financial burdens that they may have. But they are all called upon equally to give their time and talent to the school.
I think it's really good because, it teaches you respect for the place that you're at, respect for your home, because I think of this almost like a home. If you don't clean here, are you not going to clean at home? It teaches you a lot of respect that way. We have no janitors really. The teachers help us clean. We clean once a week at least. We just try to do it ourselves.
We all work together. The teachers make sure their classrooms are clean. The teachers take turns helping to clean up after lunch. The students do a lot of the work too. They go into the kitchen and help the lady there to prepare the meals and serve the meals. We eat family style, so that takes a little more to get the food in the bowls and on the tables. And then there's a group of students that clean up after dinner and wash all the dishes and put them away. There are students who clean the floors. It takes all of us.
The teachers, they'll, like in public schools, you go to the school and the teachers and stuff, they'll be sitting at their own table, communicating with each other. But here, the teachers, they'll actually sit and, talk about your day and stuff like that. And, help people out a lot. Gets their motivation up.
Kids that come to the David School are kids who need us. And they need us for a lot of different reasons. David is not a school of choice, but it's a school of need. Some students just need a very smaller classroom environment. Some students need a lot of hands-on to really draw out their own particular strengths or learning styles. Our kids that come to us really want to be respected, and they get that respect here. And in turn, I think our kids extend a great deal of respect for each other, for the faculty, and for the school in general.
I learned a lot more because in public schools it was like there was so many people there and the teachers couldn't really explain it to you, but here it's like one-on-one and they can help you. And it's just pretty much smaller environment and more easier to deal with.
I came here being dyslexic. I could not read but like a third grade reading level. And they brought my reading level up in 3 years, all the way up to 11th grade. So I sort of couldn't get along in public schools because of that. And they've really improved my reading so I can get along anywhere now and just do anything I want to do. Before I couldn't even read the ingredients off a box to fix something to eat. It was real hard to do that, so I can do, anything like that. It sort of pushed me. Public school didn't push you into doing your work. We actually had to be pushed into everything here, and it's more one-on-one, so it just helps you get through it.
Well, at one time, I thought about dropping out of school and, trying to get in the coal mines like everybody else. And then when I moved up here, I made me think about college more and what I wanted to do. The smaller classes, you get a lot more one-on-one time and get more help. I had a lot of trouble in English. We had a program at the high school called Accelerated Reader, and I didn't like to read. And when I moved up here, they made me want to read. Well, at the high school, they didn't have very many books that, I really liked. And when I moved up here, they, let me read stuff that I more liked and what I understood better. I like fantasy, I like Tolkien, like Lord of the Rings. I like them pretty good. My grades went from all D's to all B's and A's. I guess it's just cause more one-on-one time, and I like it up here a little better. I think if you like going to school where you're going to like going to school better and want to try harder. I thought about going into criminal law, being a police officer maybe. I want to lower down the drugs around here. There's a lot of drugs.
When I first came here in '82, I was very disheartened because I knew that a lot of the graduates would get their diploma, hang it on the wall, and sit on the front porch and smoke. that was life. I was not real happy with that. Then I saw more and more of them getting jobs as managers of fast food places or working in retail stores, and that made me feel better. But recently we've had more and more students going to college, vocational school.
Any student to graduate, to receive a signed diploma, must have in place a post-secondary plan. So it's not sort of a question of, well, perhaps next fall I may consider vocational school, college, or whatnot. Prior to graduation, they'll have already gone through our post-secondary class here, which works with them on looking at various different careers, the vocational academic tracks to get them to those careers. They will had to have made application, taken their ACTs, taking other entrance exams, filled out their Pell Grants, been accepted prior to graduation. We feel really good about this, and we're really tough about it. When a student enrolls in David, that's another thing that sort of is a select, helping us to select out. When we, are pretty clear to our parents and the prospective team that the goal is not graduation at all, but is to prepare them for that post-secondary. And some kids don't see that, and they opt out, and they'll make that personal choice not to pursue application to the David School.
I want to go to college. I haven't really found the college I want to go to yet, but I want to go to college to be an architectural drafter. Here recently, Danny in the math class asked for our class to draw floor plans of what we think the new gymnasium should be like. Well, we drew them, and Danny, he told me that he liked mine. Well, about a few weeks later, Danny was wanting me to bring mine back to him, and I brought them back to him, and he's using them, but he changed a couple things about it, and he's using them.
I think the future is very bright for the David School. We're embarking on a major capital campaign that will, we feel, complete the campus in building an athletic complex that will serve not only our students, but the community at large. The David community has been very kind to us in providing this beautiful campus, some 210 acres, and it has always been our commitment to give back to the community also, a facility that they could all participate in. The David School has been, from its onset, a school-community partnership. So we're going to be groundbreaking here pretty directly for a new athletic complex to include a gym that would fold into indoor soccer, volleyball, basketball, running track, aerobics, dance, stage, performing. And so I think that facility will open up so many new options for our students in terms of them being able to be more competitive athletically, for us to really hone in on the whole arts of our students, which has been really quite lacking here at the school. I see us expanding on our vocational programming. I think if we are open to change, and we always maintain and are committed to our mission in providing a renewed opportunity for kids seeking a quality education, that we always remain a tuition-free school.
I heard about the David School because I've lived up like 2 miles down the road all my life. So I was having a little bit of trouble with grading and stuff. So I moved up here. Well, my mom called up here and she got me an interview, and I had to come up here for an interview. And I did my interview, and then I got in. They don't accept certain people. You just gotta have trouble, and they can help you through what you have trouble with.
I heard about it from friends that they said that they learned more here and it was a lot better place. So my mom just called and got an interview. And I went from there, had to take a test and stuff. It's made me realize that there's a chance for me to like go to college and stuff after school.
I think I've stayed all these years because I felt like I had something to give the students. I felt like I could draw things out of the students, help them to know that they're more capable of learning than they ever thought they were. And with the successes I had early, it has spurred me on to keep on staying here and work with other ones.
Well, I've had an opportunity to have a front row seat from the day we opened the school to the present, and it's been a wonderful journey. I don't know if I could summarize in some small way the many wonderful and challenging things that's transpired throughout our history. We have the best kids in Eastern Kentucky here at the David School. Kids who have faced a number of different obstacles, whether it be different learning styles or some actual learning challenges. But our kids have really worked very hard to overcome that, to get caught back up academically, and to really take charge of themselves and to make a difference, perhaps putting in place some of their own personal dreams and charting a really good course to fulfilling those dreams. So when a parent comes in with their teen, they are really pressed as to why they want to attend, what are some of their current shortcomings, what are some of their struggles, what particular academics have they struggled with, what efforts they've made in the past to help address this. We're looking for kids who want to continue on beyond high school. Or if they're not quite there yet, is hopefully a candidate that we feel that we may be able to impart enough knowledge and enthusiasm that they will want that post-secondary education.
Well, everybody thinks people just go up here because they're dumb and stuff, but there's a lot of people up here that, are smart. And everybody looks down on the David School, but I like it up here and everybody else seems to enjoy it. And I want people to look at me just like I dropped out of school and I come to David School and it's just for dumb people, which it ain't. I'm smart too and I can go to college just like everybody else.
I just really love it here. Wish I'd have been here sooner.
It helps a lot. It helps you learn more.
Most people think because it's a small school, it's not really that good. But if you actually come up here and get to try, stay here for a day, you'll find out how good the school actually is.
Funding at the David School is an ongoing challenge. It's probably our greatest challenge. Getting kids here, filling up this facility, getting good, qualified, competent, and committed teachers. Those issues are easy to find. Finding the funding to support the program has always been very difficult. Now in our 30th year, we've been able to demonstrate to foundations here in Kentucky and outside the state that we've had a fairly good track record, that their investment is returning a greater investment on the region, corporations and private contributions. So, but it continues to be very challenging. You will find kids here at David that will inspire you and change your life forever. They are wonderful teens. They have great gifts. And here, miracles happen often. And you will see lives change. And it's